So we'll be reading the Murli of the 28th of December 1982. I'll repeat, 28th of December 1982. Become a constant and stable, perfect sparkling star. Become a constant and stable, perfect sparkling star. Baap Dada is looking at each child and is pleased to see each child's present stage of being absorbed in love and in his future attainment. So each child was being absorbed in love and also absorbed in the future attainment. So each of us have to be, actually. If we are not, right now, this is a reminder that we should be both absorbed in love with Baba, but also absorbed in the thoughts of what we are going to get in the future, in the golden age. What were you? What have you become? And what are you going to become in the future? Compared with the world, each child is a special soul. The star of fortune is sparkling on each child's forehead. Let there be the practice of constantly looking at the star of fortune. Continue to increase this practice. Wherever you look, whoever you see, let there be the natural practice of seeing the body but not seeing it. देखते हुए नहीं देखना है. So even though we are looking at someone, so we can see the body, but see in a way that you don't see. So what do we see rather than seeing the body, we see the soul. Let your vision always go to the sparkling star. When your vision is naturally spiritual, then the vision of the world will fall on you, sparkling stars of the earth. When your vision is naturally spiritual, then the vision of the world will fall on you, sparkling stars of the earth. At present, souls of the world are still searching. They have begun to have the feeling and touching that some power is carrying out the task. However, although they are searching, they don't know who it is or where it is. It is gradually becoming apparent that it will only be from Bharat that they will receive spiritual light. This is why the vision of the world has moved away from everywhere else and has fallen on Bharat. However, it is yet to become clear where in Bharat and who in Bharat the instrument to give that spiritual light will be. Everyone is ultimately trying to discover who in Bharat is the Dharmatma soul and who is the Supreme Soul, that is Paramatma. Dharmatma is a religious soul, right? The translation of Dharmatma is a religious soul. So who is a religious soul, but who is the Supreme Soul? Out of all the so-called spiritual souls there, they are engrossed in the thought, is it that one? Is it this one? They haven't yet arrived at the decision that it is this one, capital O1, that's Shiv Baba. Who will show such wandering souls the right goal and the right destination? Who will show such wandering souls the right goal and the right destination? Who will show? It is us, right? We have to show. You double foreigners think that you are the ones who will do this. So why are you making those poor helpless souls wander around so much. See, every minute that the souls of the world are wandering around, they are going to be in stress, in distress. So we have to help them through their distress. We have to give them the relief that they are hoping to get, the respite from all the distress. So why are you making those poor helpless souls wander around so much? Make your stage so constant that they constantly see a sparkling star. Make your stage so constant that they constantly see a sparkling star. Baba many times reminds us that there needs to be constancy in our stage, because nobody likes a flickering light. So Baba later talks about two things, constancy in our stage. Therefore, the light has to be constantly on. It can't be flickering, but also it has to be bright enough. Let's say there's a stable light bulb, but it doesn't have any wattage. It hardly gives any light, and that too is useless. So we have to have both that constancy, but also brightness. Make your stage so constant that they constantly see a sparkling star. Your sparkling light needs to be visible from a distance. See, here the factor of brightness comes into play. As yet, only the souls who come into contact and relationship with you experience this. However, this touching and vibration has to spread far into the distance. So there's a need for this practice. At present, you have to invite them to come and experience this. However, what will happen when you sparkling stars remain stable in your perfect stage, like the sun and the moon? Think about it. At this present time, we are the ones who have to constantly invite these people to come and experience all the joy of life, the peace that meditation brings. And, when we connect to Shiv Baba, all the strength that we get, we have to invite them to experience all this. However, if we sparkling stars remain stable in our perfect stage, like the sun and the moon, then we won't need to invite them. When moths are naturally drawn to a physical lamp, the flame doesn't go to invite them, but the yearning moths go there by themselves from wherever they are. In the same way, souls who are wandering and searching will automatically come to you, sparkling stars, at a fast speed. What a lovely example Baba is giving us, that when the moths are pulled towards the physical lamp, the flame doesn't have to ask the moths to come to it. The moths get pulled, get attracted automatically. So similarly, when our light is constant and bright, then automatically souls will come to us to attain something. Baba is saying, in order to attain something and to meet you. So in the same way, souls who are wandering and searching will automatically come to you, sparkling stars, at a fast speed in order to attain something and to meet you. Therefore, all of you will have to do the service of helping those souls receive their right to liberation and liberation in life from the Father in a second at a fast speed. Therefore, all of you will have to do the service of helping those souls receive their right to liberation and liberation in life from the Father in a second at a fast speed. Because these new souls who are coming, they don't have patience. They don't have the ability to sit in meditation for hours like we have done. So we have to give them that experience in a second, in a very short period of time, if not a second. So at this time, you are playing the parts of master bestowers. The parts of master teachers are being played at this time. However, you now have to become the children of the Sadguru, that is, Master Sadgurus, and play your parts of bestowers of the blessings of liberation and salvation. So, gone is the time when we would teach others, because teaching requires learning, and that requires some time, some effort, some dedication, which these souls are not able to put any of that. So what do? We have to give them the experience in a very short period of time, and that is possible only when we become Master Sadgurus and we bestow blessings upon them. Do you know what the form of a Master Sadguru is? At the moment, the part of the father and the teacher is especially being played. Capital F Father and the capital T Teacher. So we too sometimes become Master Fathers, so we give people love, Master Teachers, so we give them teachings, we try to educate them, try to inform them. We give them the course and we talk about these things. But now what Baba wants us to do is to start playing the part of Master Sadguru. Now see what Baba is saying. This is why the Father is sometimes proud of you children, but he also has to watch your mischievous games. You see, father, child, teacher, student, these are the pairs. Sadguru, followers. So when a child is very small, at that time, the child has a father. You see, so the father-child relationship is when the child is young. And then he grows up a little more, so then the teacher-student relationship starts. But when the person reaches his retirement age, then the Sadguru follower role starts. That pair comes alive. So what happens is when we see Baba as the father, us as the children, then it's almost like we become childish. And so we start playing mischievous games. So Baba is saying in the form of the teacher, he constantly reminds you of the one lesson. However, the final blessing in the form of the final blessing in the form of the certificate of liberation and salvation will be given in a second by the form of the Sadguru. So great, these roles that Baba has played as father and teacher, but now Baba is wanting to step into that role of Sadguru, and so he's wanting us also to step into the role of Master Sadguru, giving everyone that final blessing of liberation and salvation in a second. The form of Master Sadgurus means those who follow completely. They are the ones who completely follow every word of the Sadguru. See, people will follow us only when we follow Baba. You will now experience such a form of the Father and also your own form in a practical way. So just like I was saying a moment back, Baba is wanting to step into that role of being a Sadguru. He's feeling that enough of being a father, enough of being a teacher, now is the role of Sadguru that has to come alive. And so for us too, we have to also experience that form in a practical way for ourselves. Master Sadgurus. So the form of the Sadguru means the one who makes you perfect and equal to himself and takes you back home. The form of the Sadguru means the one who makes you perfect and equal to himself and takes you back home. The form of the Sadguru and even a Master Sadguru is the one that takes you beyond with a glance. So beyond what? Takes us beyond what? With a glance. Beyond suffering, beyond pain, beyond the situations which bog us down, problems that make us feel depressed. So then Baba will look at us, give us a glance, And in that glance, He will empower us so much that we'll feel liberated from all of that pain and suffering. So, similarly, we have to do that for others. Just look at them, give them one small drishti, and they feel elated. So, the form of the Sadguru, and even a master Sadguru, is the one who takes you beyond with a glance. As soon as you give directions, they are liberated. This is why a mantra given by a guru is very famous. When they receive a mantra in a second, they feel that they have attained liberation. A mantra means elevated directions. See, Baba is explaining what really a mantra means. You will give Srimad with such a powerful stage that souls will feel that they have found the destination of liberation and salvation. Adopt such a powerful stage now. You are all stars, but now what is the light? It is the light of purity that we have to create within ourselves. You're constantly sparkling perfect stars. Reveal yourselves in this way. Did you hear what you have to do? You double foreigners are those who move at a fast speed, are you not? Or do you stop and start? So constant motion. Yeah, we have to constantly move forward, and that too at a fast speed. You see, think about it. If someone is traveling very fast, but every now and then stops, just like the hare and the tortoise. So if you have a hare who is running fast but then gets stuck here and there, stops, that's not going to help. But if somebody is constant but is traveling very slow, like a tortoise, that's not helpful either. So Baba wants us to have both these aspects. You have to travel fast and travel constantly. Or do you stop and start? You don't sometimes hide behind the clouds, do you? You don't sometimes hide behind the clouds, do you? Do clouds come? So what are these clouds that Baba is talking about? These are the clouds of confusion, these are the clouds of depression, and many times we feel sad. So all of these clouds can't come between us and the world. We can't allow these clouds to come in front of us. Do clouds come? If such perfect sparkling stars sometimes hide in the clouds, then the souls of the world will not be able to see them very clearly. So have the thought of remaining constantly stable and constantly shine like the sun. So have the thought of remaining constantly stable and constantly shine like the sun. Acha. And then the salutations to all the double foreign children and all the serviceable children everywhere, to those who are equal to the Father and who constantly follow in thought, word and deed, to the children who are constantly seated on the Father's heart throne, to those who are master comforters of hearts and as lighthouses constantly show wandering souls the path. Bapdada's love, remembrance and namaste. So we are the serviceable children, we are the ones who are equal to the Father, and we constantly follow the Father because He is the Sadguru. We are master Sadgurus. Like I said earlier, people will follow us only when we follow the Supreme Sadguru accurately, constantly, in every thought, in every word, and in every deed. We are the ones who are constantly seated on the Father's heart throne. We are the master comforters of heart, Dilaram. And as lighthouses constantly show wandering souls the path. See? And then Bapdada is meeting groups. First the Nairobi group. You're all number one in the race, are you not? The sign of number one is to win in everything. That is to claim number one. Do not be defeated by anything, be constantly victorious. So you see, this is not a race with someone else. This is not a competition with someone else. This is not a fight with anyone else. That I have to be victorious over someone else. No, we have to be victorious over Maya, our own self, our own false self, the ego. So do not be defeated by anything, be constantly victorious. So you residents of Nairobi are constantly victorious, are you not? You don't sometimes stop whilst moving along, do you? What is the reason for stopping? It is definitely when there have been some ups and downs in following a code of conduct or discipline that you stop. It is definitely when there have been some ups and downs in following a code of conduct or discipline that you stop. However, this confluence age is for becoming the most elevated beings who follow the highest code of conduct. You're not a man or a woman, but a most elevated being. Constantly stay in this awareness. Prajapita Brahma is said to be the most elevated man of all. Therefore, all of you Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, the children of Brahma, have also become the most elevated beings, have you not? By staying in this awareness, you'll constantly continue to be in the flying stage. By being in this awareness, you'll constantly continue to be in the flying stage. You will not stop down below. Instead of walking, you will constantly continue to fly up above. Because the confluence age is the age of the flying stage. In no other age is there the flying stage, so have the awareness that this is the age for the flying stage. The duty of the Brahmins is to fly and help others fly. Your original stage is the flying stage. Those who have the flying stage will overcome all problems in a second. So if we are able to overcome all problems in a second, what do we become? Victorious, right? They will overcome them in such a way that it will be as though nothing happened. None of the things down below will disturb them. They will not cause any obstruction. When you fly a plane, even the Himalayas don't become an obstruction. Baba is saying you go across the mountains with enjoyment. In the same way, the biggest problems become very easy for those who are in the flying stage. So let's take a moment together to hold this thought for ourselves high in the sky. That even the biggest obstacles, the biggest mountains cannot stop us, cannot cause any obstruction. And so we are easily able to reach our destination. And therefore, we are becoming victorious. See, victory brings happiness. So if you see yourself as victorious in this way, then you'll be happy too. Bab Dada signals for the artists who are to paint the pictures in the new hall of Om Shanti Bhavan. So now, Baba is talking to those artists. Do you paint the pictures just as artists, or do you stabilize yourselves in that stage whilst painting them? What do you do? When other artists paint pictures, they just make ordinary pictures. What is the aim of painting the pictures here? When you paint the Father's painting, what speciality should it have? The painting should reveal the life. As soon as people go in front of the painting, they shouldn't experience it to be a painting, but as if they're seeing the living being. In any case, the speciality of painting is that it is experienced to be real, although it is just a painting. It is on this basis that a prize is received. The more real the painting is, then that painting will get more accolades, more prizes. So it is on this basis that a prize is received. With those paintings, they have different intentions. However, the aim of a spiritual painting is that the painting should reveal the living spirit. It should give the experience of spirituality. You are unique artists, not worldly. Worldly artists will look at the physical things, eyes, features, etc. But here you must make a painting that will give the experience of spirituality. Yeah, so those artists said, we want blessings. Let alone blessings, you have reached the mine of blessings. Yeah, just like you have diamond mines and gold mines and whatnot. Yeah, so now Baba is saying you've reached the mine of blessings. There's no need to ask for them. You've reached the place where you can claim your right. Since you can attain them as your inheritance, why settle for just a few blessings? What would you say if someone were to go to a mine and come out with only a couple of handfuls? The Father himself is the ocean. Therefore, he would also make the children master oceans, would he not? There is nothing lacking in an ocean. It is always full. So if we become master oceans too, then there would be nothing lacking in us. We'll get everything. Yes? So there is no point in asking for blessings. We have reached the mine of blessings. Shiv Baba himself, the ocean. Alright, now Bab Dada is meeting a group from Sweden. Constantly stay in the intoxication of being a victorious jewel who has the faith in the intellect. Constantly stay in the intoxication of being a victorious jewel who has faith in the intellect. The foundation of faith is constantly strong. Have faith in yourself, in the Father, and in the drama, and continue to move forward on this basis. Keep in front of you all your specialities, not your weaknesses, and you will have faith in yourself. Don't think about your weaknesses too much, and you'll continue to move forward in happiness. Yeah, when we think about our weaknesses, that means we don't have faith in ourselves. So we need all the three faith. So first is faith in ourselves, faith in Baba, and faith in the drama. And there's the fourth type of faith as well, faith in the Brahmin family. So have the faith that you're holding on to the Father's hand, because those who hold on to his hand continue to move forward constantly. Sometimes we doubt ourselves. Yes, Baba's hand is there, but Baba is not going to hold my hand. I have to hold his hand. So do I have the capacity to hold on to his hand all the time? What if I am not able to hold that tightly, and what if I accidentally let go of it? Then what will happen? So we have to have faith in the self too. Since the Father is the Almighty Authority, those who are holding his hand have almost reached their destination. Even though you may be weak, your companion is strong, is he not? This is why you will be able to go across. Constantly maintain the awareness of being a constantly victorious jewel with this faith in the intellect. See? Constantly maintain the awareness of being a constantly victorious jewel with this faith in the intellect. The past is the past. Put a full stop to that and move forward. The past is the past. Put a full stop to that and move forward. Yes, the future is amazing. Baba is with us. He's holding our hands. We are holding his hands. Yes, and now we are flying too, right? And if we are flying high, then even the Mount Everest cannot hold us back, cannot create obstacles in our path. We're going to reach our destination very quickly, and we'll be victorious. Okay? Om Shanti. In the beginning, Baba said, we have to become sparkling stars. Sparkling stars in a way that we are perfect, that we are constant, and we are bright, that people are able to see us from a distance, and people get attracted to this light. That we don't have to call them, we don't have to invite them, they will come on their own. And then we can guide them towards Baba. We can become such lighthouses that we can guide them towards a life of liberation and liberation in life. You see, so first is liberation. So life, what I meant was guide them towards liberation and then liberation in life. See, isn't that amazing? Because people need solution to their problems very quickly. We can't linger too long and allow them to dwell on their problems for too long. They don't have the strength to carry on. They don't have the strength to, learn anything now. We just have to give them the experience in a second. That's what Baba is saying in today's Murli. Okay? Om Shanti.